For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everyone. On 2K Sports tonight, we've got the Boston Celtics going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And you love the build-up to a new season. Lots of anticipation. Shaq, what are you looking for?
There were some VIMs this offseason.
Very interesting move, then.
Oh, you like that? Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. And you got to understand, that kind of shift, that right there can shift the balance of power.
Wow. And last year, the Eastern and Western Conference was balanced out. Well, we'll see if the trend reverses this year.
And that'll take it right up to tip as we go courtside.
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Boston Celtics going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Thursday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Lakers. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for the Celtics, Tatum and Cantor together down low. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. And it's Walker in at the 1. Clark, is nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Now here's Durant. Back to Harris. And it's blocked by Brown, and he gets it back. They get it back. Jordan with the bucket. And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Takes a shot at the elbow. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. Irving with the ball. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Here's Walker. Fires from 14. Jump shot is good that time.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now, here is Irving. Shot from 12. Again, the Nets for 2.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammate.
And David Aldridge spoke with Brad Stevens. David?
Well, Kevin, he says their defense has to rise to the occasion against this opponent. They have to block shots at the rim, and they have to get out on the perimeter. They're going to try to make their presence felt in both respects. Guys?
All right, D.A., we appreciate it. They're focused on defense, Greg. We'll see how it plays out.
It's going to come down to hustle. And in this league, you have to be very quick to rotate when you're in help.
And that's why communication is so important. Guys have to talk to each other on the defensive end. I heard a coach once say that talking is energy, and energy is execution.
Now Harris, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Irving can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Count the basket. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that speed and aggressiveness. Walker is a force in transition. Very hard to keep up with him.
Irving passes to Harris. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Connects in the foul line jumper.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. That's a two-pointer from Walker.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, Greg, and I think they're doing a nice job. Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And, you know, if you throw it up, Tatum will go get it now. He's a really good athlete. You can't let him roam free like that.
Back to Irving. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Hayward outside. Back to Walker. And Chandler sends it back. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Clock is at 3. That's a two-pointer from Walker.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Great D that time from Irving.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up. Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Well, last season, for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Harris outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Nets leading by 12. Passes it to Durant. Outside Jordan. Back to KD. Rebound Boston. Walker in the corner. Takes the three. Happy to see that one going after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
And Walker always shot ready. This is why you can't lay off of him, especially when the ball's going.
Against Brown. Harris finds Jordan. Count that one. Jordan's got 6.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Walker. He's got 7. Now the pass to Canner. Pass to Walker. Jacks up a 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Now Irving. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Chandler. Down low. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now here's Tatum. There's Walker with the three. Bangs home the trifecta. 13 points in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question, they ride him and get back into it.
Pass to KD. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
Irving against Walker. Brown outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the first out called of the game for Brooklyn.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And, you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
And a group in for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Tatum. Ojale is checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Now here's Dinwiddie. Prince kicks to Dinwiddie. The Nets working the ball around now. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Dinwiddie can hit defenders with floaters and a lot more. He's got a full arsenal and showing you that offensive creativity there.
And it's Walker penetrating. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Tries again, and it's Williams laying it in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's LeVert. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. That one's not going to go. Celtics trail by 6. Walker the pass to Ojale. Outside, Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Dinwiddie outside. Passes it to LeVert. rebound by the Celtics.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Langford's checked in for Kemba Walker. Smart deciding where to go with it. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Smart's got 5 now.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Allen. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Nets lead by 3.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
And there's the pass to Williams. Dishes it to Langford. Clock at 6. He can't hit that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Dinwiddie outside. Shoots the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
Dinwiddie's showing you his craftiness in the pick and roll sets, and you can see how he's grown in attacking those.
Outside Williams. There's 53 seconds left in the first. Here's Langford. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 5. Pass to Caruch. And the shot is good. 23 seconds left to play in the first. Now, here's Langford. Smart on the wing. From deep. The shot will not fall. And so it's DeAndre Jordan making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Right back after this break. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Prince out there with Jared Allen. And it's Caruch in at the small forward position. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass to LeVert. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics trail by 4. Outside, Smart. Langford kicks to Smart. He tries for 3. Langford misses. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
And I just watched Romeo Langford, And guys, he looks the part in every way. Big, smooth, great change of direction, and he can flat out score.
Here's Langford after Taurean Prince's bucket. With the teardrop, that one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Langford.
Able to follow through on the shot, even with the contact. Good concentration there by Langford.
Pass to LeVert. Prince outside. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. Rebound by Williams. Talking about points, he has that popular step-back jumper, Greg, that's so difficult to defend.
Yeah, and you immediately think of James Harden, but a lot of guys use that step back. The one thing Langford does well, he gets to the rim where he can use all that length.
For Boston, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Tice. Clark, you love players that can put up double-doubles, and we've got a lot of them in the NBA.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Joel Embiid comes to mind. You think about Anthony Davis. Who's on your list, Kevin? I know you cover the league so closely. Who else is in that group?
Well, I know at the top of the list was Andre Drummond at Detroit.
That's right. That's right. He had, he was about 80% of his games in the double-double ledger.
And Rudy Gobert, Utah was up there as well, I think number 2. So we've got these big men helping in a lot of ways, which they need to do. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Smart. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And it's tied up with that one.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Now Tatum after the missed 3 from KD. Outside Tatum. Back to Smart. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. And Harris subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. And had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Celtics making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Smart against Irving. Smart dishes to Tatum. And here's Tice. Here's Smart. Hits it from three-point range. Smart's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Irving finds Harris, shoots over Brown, and again it's the Nets missing. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Tatum passes to Smart. Brown wide open, he fires. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 3. Chandler the pass to Harris. Jordan up top. He's got 8. Irving for 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for Boston. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Now here is Harris. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Harris passes to Jordan. Over Tatum. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jordan.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Here's Smart, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And that one falls for Smart.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in, guys, too, Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Here's Smart after the made shot from KD. And the pass to Brown. Uncovered. That shot is off.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Smart kicks to Tatum. Brown inside. KD's on him. Good on the bucket. Brown's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Smart against Irving. Puts up a 3. Rebound Boston.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Brown finds Smart. Now Tatum, guarded by Harris. Here's Brown. That one goes. Count it. Brown's got 7 points.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice, and Walker subbed in for Marcus Smart. Now here's Walker. He's got 13, and it's good for 2.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Harris against Brown. Harris kicks to Irving. From the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Celtics leading by 4. Brown the pass to Tatum. No good. Shot. Chandler with the defensive effort. Burnett shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Harris against Brown. Jordan finds Harris. 6 to shoot. Back to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the Nets miss again.
You know, after making 1-3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
Dishes to Cantor. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by KD. Tatum. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Irving against Brown. Can they get it? That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Durant.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
Cantor kicks to Walker. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Irving for 3. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 9.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now, here's Brown. 7 points in the game. The kick out to Walker. Over in the corner, Brown. From downtown. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Irving up top. Pass to KD. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Walker's shot is off.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Irving passes to Durant. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season, remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Tatum. Shemi Ojeley's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Langford subbed in for Brown. And so Jordan nails both of them. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, what was that?
Well, I felt like his tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
Now here's LeVert. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. Great showing for him last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. Pass to Allen. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Williams with the block. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Ojale, guarded by Prince. Williams for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's LeVert. No good that time. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Right wing. Here's Walker. And the layup's good off the glass. Walker's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Jordan. Passes to LeVert. Prince outside. Puts it up from 17. And too long on the shot.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Dinwiddie does a nice job as a defender because he's got such a good motor and stays active in bothering shots.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what's your take?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum and Cantor together down low. And it's Walker in at the point. That's the Boston 5.
Hey, it's all about how you think, and the mindset of Walker, impressive. He can score in a lot of ways and dominates on offense with virtual ease.
KD's shot is off. And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. The lead is 2. Back to Brown for 3. Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
Now, here is Irving. Launches it. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
It's good. And it's now 23 points for Walker.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Harris looking it over. The pass to Irving. And here is Jordan, guarded by Walker. And here's Harris from the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
Walker against Irving. Walker's shot is off.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Goes up on the block. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now, here's Walker. The shot missing. Jordan with some nice D. Cantor against Irving. The dish to Harris. Back to Irving. Good, and Harris gets the assist. And now a three-point Nets lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
It's Brown on the wing. Makes it off the glass. Brown's got 9.
And Brown is just so physically imposing. I mean, especially inside where he usually gets whatever he wants.
On the wing, Harris. Jordan against Cantor. Durant with it. He's got 12. It's good on the putback.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Walker looking for an opening. Tatum kicks to Walker. The rebound by KD.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Here's Cantor. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Hayward for the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Here's Tatum after the made shot from KD. Pass to Cantor. The Celtics working the ball around now. And here's Brown. Takes a 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night. Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
A career-best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but It was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Some changes for Boston. Robert Williams is checked in for Enes Kanter. Daniel Tice comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And then for Brooklyn, Allen's checked in for Jordan. Odion Kurucs comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Feeds it to Tatum. Fires from the line. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And it's sent back by Allen. Right side to Walker. To the middle. The kick out to Tatum. Over Irving. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Tatum. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. KD passes to Kurucs. Dinwiddie outside. Lets it fly. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
You got to DF Dinwiddie better than that. I mean, his jumper is a work in progress, but it is getting better and is worthy of a defender's respect.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 23. Here's Tatum. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Dinwiddie against Smart. Dinwiddie outside. Good work defensively by Smart. Celtics trail by 6. Passes it to Tice. Williams with the ball, and Allen picks him up defensively. Allen against Williams. The kick out to Walker. Lets it go with a 3. Another shot. And that one hits back iron.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Yeah, that's just the height, the length coming into play there. No one's stopping Durant. I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Here's Kurucs. Back to Dinwiddie. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Dinwiddie's got 4 this quarter.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Now Williams. Here's Walker. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Walker's got 25 points in the game.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside, KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
And he makes the first. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Now, here's Langford. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And that one misses.
One of those guards who just oozes with potential. Langford has the size and skill set that every team is looking for.
How about the year Spencer Dinwiddie was having last season? He was a candidate for most improved and sixth man of the year, then ended up tearing ligaments in his thumb, which cost him a month. But I still think he had a breakout season and more to come.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Clark, you were talking about the injuries for Dinwiddie going into the 2014 draft. A torn ACL caused his drafting stock to slip.
I loved him in college, Kevin. At Colorado, I thought he was outstanding, and he actually had been talked about as a lottery pick. He ended up falling to the second round, and he's showing you he was worthy of being a lottery pick back when he was drafted.
No good on the second free throw. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And the Nets with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. And that's 12 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. With the floater, in deep. Smart drops it in.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 12. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Now here's Williams. The pass to Williams. Pass to Smart. Inside. Stolen by Allen.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And so the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. Williams finds Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Celtics passing it around. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Durant deciding where to go with it. Over Williams. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. And it's Allen in at the center. Now here's Prince. Pocket 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the dude.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And that one falls for Prince. Boston making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Langford. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Now here's Brown, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Prince against Hayward. Prince, the pass to Dinwiddie. Misses from short range. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 13. Smart dishes to Kanter. On the wing, Brown. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Here's Durant. It's not going to go for him. Williams with the defensive effort. Smart against Dinwiddie. Smart kicks to Kanter. Dishes it to Brown. Now here's Hayward. Shoots over KD. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night. KD against Williams. Allen surveying the D. Back to Durant. The tray. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And Durant sends it back. And here's LeVert. Lets a floater go. Yep, it counts. And the Nets lead by 15.
Got to give LeVert credit. I mean, not allowing the defense to shut him down, using his length to get his shots off inside. Well done.
Now here's Hayward. Back to Smart. Prince against Williams. Over Prince. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got his first basket of the night. Brooklyn leading by 13. Dinwiddie with it. Outside, KD. From the stripe. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his fourth assist in this one. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Unloads from 13. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 20 points.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Allen in the post. He's covered by Cantor. That one drops for him.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Smart against Dinwiddie. Smart finds Cantor. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Tatum comes in for Williams, and Walker subbed in for Smart. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Taurean Prince. Joe Harris comes in for Karis LeVert, and Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Nets leading by 12. Irving for three. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Walker the pass to Cantor. And it's Walker penetrating. He gets it in there. Walker's got 27 points.
Boy, this little fella, Kemba Walker, is a treat to watch, especially when he takes it all the way to the cup. He's got explosive speed and finishes with ease on the drive. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
That one misses for Durant.
And Durant finally captured that elusive first championship in 17 and the Finals MVP trophy to boot. An effortless scorer who has also made great strides defensively.
Here's Irving following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Irving finds Durant. Again, the Nets for two.
And KD just keeps coming at you with that jumper. There isn't anything you can do except hope he goes cold.
Walker the pass to Hayward. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
To the inside. Allen trying to break free. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. And he's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Jordan. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the league as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA. I like the play call, very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Lobs it up for Jordan, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now, here's Cantor. Back to Brown. From 13 feet, it goes down.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here is Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, DeAndre Jordan.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight, an outstanding performance. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Now, here's Walker. Rebound, Brooklyn.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Shot clock at 6. For 3, Harris. And Cantor pulls it down. Celtics trail by 14. Down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
First free throw is good.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
And Brown drops them both. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 12-point game. And that one's good, Irving.
And, guys, once Irving finds that groove, it's really just fun to watch him go to work. Just no fear, will take any shot out there on the floor.
Now here's Tatum. Chandler with the defensive effort. Outside Irving. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, you look at Walker, and he's a slight guy, but he powers through it all. Terrific, deceptive strength.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
And then Durant with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Walker. Following the bucket by the Nets. Cantor's shot is off. Brooklyn leading by 13. They double-team KD. Chandler throws it down.
Getting up with power. Got to respect the bounce of Chandler on these throwdowns.
You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Now Irving, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Irving finds Durant. And Boston with the rebound. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Hayward. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you can see what the emphasis was at halftime. Here in the second, a lot more effort to get the ball inside, and it's starting to pay dividends.
And Hayward, no good on that one.
You know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Outside Durant. For 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Right side to Walker. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot, earned those free throws.
Elbow. 2. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, Chandler.
Hey, grit and grind are words that fit Chandler because that's what he brings to his team, that sandpaper edge and toughness, a guy who doesn't give an inch and is always fighting.
And so he's able to get one of two. Celtics trail by 14. Here's Hayward. Cantor. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Net shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. KD against Hayward. Over Hayward. Here's Jordan. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jordan's got 22.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now, here's Walker. Outside Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. The wing jumper off target. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Jordan.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Now, here's Durant. After Gordon Hayward's miss, fades away. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Chandler kicks to Jordan. Harris outside. Outside Jordan. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.